Hi Capricorn. Happy birthday to the December Capricorns. I hope you guys are doing well. The energy is, it's kind of on brand for this time of year, right? It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit out there. December, we're not really slowing down in December. Sagittarius season leads us up to the darkest night of the year, which is the winter solstice, right? Which is the day that turns into Capricorn season on the 21st of December. And all of the activity, all of the planet activity there's this huge focus in your 12th house. And so during this time, you're always tasked with purging old patterns and recognizing how much your beliefs have changed in the last year and how you sort of need to shift yourself in order to recreate. And earth signs, especially the fixed and the cardinal earth signs are it's much easier for you guys. You guys are go-getters. You like to get things done. But when it comes to removing one belief and putting in another, it's a little bit more difficult for earth signs to do that. And especially because you guys have Venus in your sign, you're going to have Mercury in your sign on December 13th. All of this is happening with a Venus retrograde as well. So many opportunities for you to really pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself and making sure that you're not being harder on yourself than you need to be. Everybody changes, everybody shifts, everybody expands. The only thing that we can know about life and be certain of is the fact that it's going to change. And this is the time of year that is sort of in your face about it. And we're also on the precipice of so many changes happening in the world as well. So there's a lot on your shoulders. There's a lot on your shoulders. And when we get to that winter solstice, you're going to be feeling it even more as Venus will be completely retrograde in your sign. She goes retrograde on the 19th. And then right before we get into the Gregorian New Year, the actual New Year is in April, but the Gregorian New Year, just before we get there, Jupiter's ingress to Pisces for the second time this year happens. And that is transiting your third house, which will bring a lot of energy to your communication sector. But that also includes driving, and that includes family and siblings. Some of the notes that I put down here for Jupiter and Pisces for you guys, you may find new ways, better ways of communicating based on a new belief system that you're holding now. You may find yourself being able to get around tasks that were a little bit more difficult, the energy wasn't quite right for you to complete certain things in your life. When I say energy, I mean the things going on in our lives so often will stop us from moving forward. It's the distraction, right? This comes in and you were on a set journey and this is the direction you wanted to go in, and then all of a sudden things start to happen and it sort of pulls us back, and we need to reassess the journey that we're on or the direction that we're going. But now it'll be easier. It'll seemingly be it'll smoother ways to do that, and you'll have more options on moving, getting yourself situated in certain directions and being able to communicate that a little bit more effectively as well. Be careful to not in the next, and this energy will be, Jupiter will be in Pisces until May, and then go into Aries for a few months, and then come back into Pisces in October and finish off the year of 2022 in Pisces. But so that's sort of when these energies are going to be at their strongest for you. You may feel like you want to get everything done, so be really, really careful of watching don't exhaust yourself this year. Don't overextend yourself. in 2022. And the other thing is you may be really tempted to, how do I want to put this? You may be really tempted to expand on it's like not really fully tell the truth, or like you're expanding on the truth to make it sound better than it actually is, or something like that. You may be tempted to tell little white lies just so you don't have to deal with certain situations, or you can get out of certain things. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Pisces is not really the place where the boundaries exist. So with Jupiter in Pisces, we may be overindulgent with a lot of things. And if you just don't want to deal with stuff and you decide, I'm just going to tell him that, this, it really might come back and bite you in the ass, especially when Saturn hits Pisces in 2023, the end of 2023. So here we are. Be very careful about the things that you're saying. Make sure that you are not expanding on the truth, just to make it sound better than it actually is. And you may also feel like during this time, like purchasing technological things, like maybe a new computer system or a new car. Some of you may feel like buying like an RV and traveling during this time as well. So there are a lot of different ways for you to expand yourself with Jupiter and Pisces in your third house. That's going to be pretty good for you guys. All right. Let's look and see what the cards have for you. Oh, yes. Look at that. Focus on focus is definitely on money, which is, I'm not surprised, with Venus retrograde in your sign. That is extremely on brand. But I feel like you want to do something different. It feels like that you want your money situation to be something that actually means more than maybe it did in the past. Like there has to be a purpose to it. There's got to be a reason for why you're making money, or why you're making the money that you're making. There has to be some kind of reasoning behind it, which is a Jupiter and Pisces influence for sure. Even though that's not happening until the end of December, we're still going to be, that Jupiter in Aquarius in the last couple of degrees are really wanting us to also focus on the community and the collective effort and really helping other people. As we become abundant, we can help others become abundant as well. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, we have the Page of Pentacles as well, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Wands. For some of you, you are also wanting to go back to school, or you're wanting to get a higher degree, either going to college or getting your master's degree, like whatever it is you're doing. It may not even be that. It could actually be something like maybe you're getting your Reiki certification done and you're just in the beginning process. This Page of Pentacles a lot of times represents being the student and just being in the beginning processes of starting to get new information or go back to school for something. But the Ace of Pentacles is a gift. The universe is really providing a path for you. And I think as we all kind of, get ourselves into situations when we feel like we don't have the money right now in this moment for something that we want to do, a lot of times we can be really, really hard on ourselves. And Capricorns, I always say that Capricorns and Virgos are the hardest two signs on themselves of the zodiac. Saturn ruling Capricorn and Virgos with their high expectations of things really can be extremely hard on themselves. And that Five of Swords with the Four of Pentacles, if you feel like this Venus retrograde is really making you pinch your pennies and really restricting you, or if you feel like the holidays are doing, I mean, like the fact that we're getting a Venus retrograde in Capricorn during Christmas is kind of a cruel cosmic joke, to be honest with you, but here we are. A lot of it is like really asking you, this Venus retrograde is asking you about the boundaries that you have for yourself. Because if we expect to have boundaries for anybody in our life, we really need to be having those own boundaries for ourselves. And one of those boundaries that you need to have for yourself is the way that you are speaking to yourself. Just because you feel like you don't have enough money, or just because you feel like you don't have enough of this or whatever it is that you feel like you don't have enough of right now, doesn't mean that you're not going to have it very, very soon. That Three of Wands is you sitting there waiting for the universe to show up for you. And a lot of the times when we're waiting for the universe to show up for us, the universe is being like, yeah, but I'm waiting for you to show up for yourself first. That's the only thing that's blocking you from getting this gift, right? You're waiting for this Ace of, here you are, and the Three of Wands, waiting for that gift that the universe promised you, and it's right there. We have to be willing to open it up. And funny thing is, you know, these gifts from the universe, we as humans think that we deserve to have it when we want to have it, right? When in reality, the universe is like, yes, but when it's time for you to have it, that's when it's going to be that's when you're going to feel the most. And if you could just be patient and understand that all of these difficult, tense moments before this present shows up, or before this leveling up shows up, if you could understand that that is not a time to beat yourself up just because things seem a little bit difficult right now, and it's not a time to get yourself all tense. What more than anything, it's a time to show up for yourself and say, there's nothing that I can do. I have zero control. I've done everything in my power, all of my arsenal. I've put it out there in the universe, and that's all I can do. Right? So, really excited to see what happens in the extended. If you would like to get the extended, you could get it a couple ways by becoming a member, or you can go to Vimeo and just get the video, or you can get the entirety of all the Zodiac videos as well. You might have seen that the name of the channel is changing. So the Fearless Intuition era is coming to an end, and we're ushering in Love and Science. There are going to be some changes. The channel is staying, of course, not going to go anywhere. But we're going to be sort of focusing a little bit more on astrology and less on the tarot aspect. The tarot's not going away completely, but there will be more of a focus on astrology, and there's also going to be a lot of focus on mindfulness and how astrology helps us to take better care of ourselves as well. So I love you guys. Can't wait to start this new venture with you, and thank you for the support all of these years. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the extended. Bye.